Jonathan Bluth here for Bridget Marie Magazine, and today we have the lovely, talented, and also my dear friend, Lacey Chabert.
Hello! Hi everybody.
So Lacey, welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me. I think it's really fun that this time I'm actually being interviewed by a real life friend. We have known each other for like 13 or 14 years.
We have.
Since we were like 2.
Pretty much, yeah, because we're 21. But where did we meet, Lacey? Where did we?
Moore Park Junior College. One summer in between jobs, I decided that I wanted to go to school and maybe get an education. And I went to a summer school class, Psych 101. I was there an hour early. I had school supplies. I hadn't been to school in a really long time.
I didn't have school supplies.
Yeah.
Because summer school, you just go. You don't bring school supplies.
So he rolls into class like an hour late and sits behind me in an open desk and asked me to borrow a pen and paper, and I had a whole bag of it.
The rest is history.
The rest is history.
She was there every day before the teacher. So it was fun.
He copied off all my notes. I did all the work basically, which is pretty much what we still do in our friendship.
Yeah, it was the best I've ever done in a class. But anyways, that's how we met. How does it feel to be back doing another cover with us?
It feels really good to be back. I had a great time the first time. Jason, the editor of the magazine, became a very good friend of mine, so I was happy that he asked me to do it again. And the shoots are always fun and easy, and we had a good time today.
It's been almost 3 years since you did the last cover. What have you been up to since then?
Oh my gosh, a lot. I got married on a personal note, so that was a really big change in my life.
I was there, it was beautiful.
Thank you, it's very fun. I've been doing lots of movies and a TV show and all
Speaking
kinds
of
different
movies,
stuff.
Color of Rain?
Yes,
The Color of Rain.
Rain.
It's coming out, is that on Hallmark Channel?
Yes, Hallmark Channel, or Hallmark Movie Channel,
Okay.
which will be on May 31st. And it's a great story. It's a real life story, and it's taken from a book about Michael and Gina Spain, and they wrote the story of their lives where they went through this time where each of them lost a spouse tragically to cancer. And it's really about how they find their way through that grief and open up their hearts and their lives to finding love again. And they find each other on that journey, and now they're this amazing one big happy family, and it was great to play, someone that was real.
Mm-hmm. Was it weird for you to play a mother in it?
Yes, it was. I had played a mother in something like briefly a few years ago, but this was the first time where I'm like on camera with my children, and like every scene is about how I am a mom, and now I'm a mom to these other children as well. And I mean, I want to have kids really badly, you know that about me, so I look forward to that in my life, but it definitely was a different thing to be a mom. And I felt really protective over the kids because I was always the kid on set.
Bet, yeah.
And so every 5 minutes I was like, do you need something? Do you want something? Do you want a break? Do you want water? And finally they just looked at me like, we're fine.
It's like, we can handle this.
We got this.
Crazy mom lady.
Yeah.
Well, it's a big change from when you did Mean Girls, and
Yeah.
the Mean Girls 10-year anniversary is coming up. Is it this week, or?
The anniversary is, this week, April 30th. So that, I cannot believe that it has been 10 years.
Crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, Mean Girls was such a special experience, and it was also a really good time in my life when I did the film. I turned 21 while we were filming, and every day on Twitter and social media and just in real life, people bring up the film and quote lines from it, and it's something that I think will follow me in a good way for forever. So I'm thrilled to be able to do it.
You were awesome in it, so that's
Thanks,
why
Jonathan.
people still remember it. Okay, so tell us what one thing is that you took away from that experience.
From working on Mean Girls.
From working on Mean Girls.
I think that, as much as I loved the script and I knew it was so funny because Tina Fey wrote it, Mark Waters was an amazing director, it was a wonderful cast, I still had no idea that that movie would be what it has turned out to be. I mean, I think it's meant something to a new generation now, and it's found a new life 10 years later. So I think I learned that when something is just really funny, like it's, it can definitely have a long life, and that it's really fun to work on comedies. I hadn't done a lot of comedy before that.
Yeah, you're like a natural at that kind of stuff.
Oh, thanks.
So, I'm here to compliment you.
Thank you.
So we have some questions from Twitter. So if you ask a question on Twitter, you might just hear your question. So Gretchen Fan 101 asks, what is the most difficult thing about the transition from young to adult actor?
The most difficult thing, there's a lot of difficult things. I think people are a little reluctant to allow you to grow up sometimes, and I understand that. Just looking at my nephews, like in my eyes, they're always going to be 4. So I think reintroducing myself to people, at different stages of my life has been a challenge, but I don't know. I mean, for me, it's all about just like, keep going, keep working, and rediscovering my passion and redefining what it is that I want to do in this business and the stories I want to tell. And um, I think the challenge is to not get discouraged and to believe that you have a purpose.
How do you stay inspired? How do you keep going? And
I mean, I take class sometimes, to stay inspired and try and work on new characters and new ideas that maybe I haven't necessarily gotten to play in a role yet. I mean, I go with you to the Grammy Museum all the time and see singer-songwriters speak about their craft, and hearing other people and hearing stories about their journey really inspires me. Because it's not about like the destination. I feel like it's truly about the journey. It's not one project, because then after that project, you're working on the next project.
There is no destination. It's just that
it's
journey.
just about like one experience leading to the next. And as I get older too, I realize that it's also about the people that you meet along the way.
You've done it so gracefully and stayed so grounded. What do you think? How do you think you stayed so grounded and didn't get taken away by all your success? Like, because you're so down to earth, you're not a diva. I mean, how did you?
We were setting up this shot where we both divas.
We were both a little bit divas. I was more because I wanted to see what it looked like.
Welcome to my world. I appreciate that. I don't know. I mean, I think
your family.
My family plays a big part in that, because
Sweetest
it's like,
family.
I come from a really kind family, and like I'm just a member of my family. We all have our passions that are different and separate, and having great friends, like you, to keep me, grounded is great. And I think just remaining grateful, whatever you do, whether it's in the entertainment business or not. I think knowing that, it's a gift, especially to have a job and make a living doing something that you love.
Yeah. So I have another question from Stacy, Busty Stacy, on Twitter. What are your other passions besides acting?
Oh, passions. I'm a passionate shopper. I'm a passionate reader. I love to do, charity work. I know that sounds cliche, but there's a lot of organizations that I, try and raise awareness for, or am actually involved in, more quietly. My family, now my husband.
What are some of those organizations? The charities?
Step Up Women's Network is an amazing organization, and Friends of El Faro is an orphanage that I visited a few times. That
I remember when you did that.
Yeah, and that's something that's really touched my life. And now with the movie Color of Rain, Gina and Michael Spain founded a foundation called the New Day Foundation for Families, and it's bringing help and assistance to those that have been affected by cancer.
Awesome. So I got another question. It's just Vince. Will you go to prom with me next year?
I think I'm too old to go to prom, Vince.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, Vince. I don't even know why you asked that.
But I hope you have a great prom, and I hope you find a great prom date.
She would go to grad night, though. That's fun. Where they do
night?
Disneyland all night.
Oh, I want to go to that.
I wish that I
Can we go to that?
could do that. Yeah.
Can we go?
If Vince can
Does
pull some strings.
anyone want to invite us to grad night? Hit us
Good
up on
job.
Twitter.
Yes. What was your first thought this morning?
I'm sleepy.
Okay. All right.
That's not good.
Should have gone back to bed. Last thing you ate?
A peanut butter cracker right now, 5 minutes ago.
Oh, a little behind the scenes. Your first acting gig?
Try a Minute cough syrup commercial. That was my first professional in New York acting gig. My first thing when I was a kid was I played a munchkin in The Wizard of Oz at the Civic Light Opera in Hattiesburg, Mississippi.
Okay, so first designer anything?
A Coach bag. I remember because I worked since I was 7, but I still had an allowance, and my parents taught me to be really responsible with money, and I saved my allowance until I could buy a Coach purse.
Wow, cool.
I still love Coach.
The last play you saw?
Oh my gosh.
I know the answer to this.
On Friday night, we just saw Spring Awakening.
We did.
Brendan McDonald is amazing in it, and we love him.
Who's your dream leading man?
Ooh, that's a hard question. Probably Johnny Depp. He's just so charismatic, and he's sexy, and he's a great actor. And
Okay. What is next for you?
Gosh, a lot of things. I just finished a film called Christian Mingle, and it's a film based on, taken off of the website, and it's a romantic comedy about a girl really trying to find love, but trying to find herself and discovering the spiritual side to her life as well. And that was really fun to work on. And Color of Rain on Hallmark Movie Network.
What what's something that you want to tell the BridgetMarieMagazine.com readers?
Um,
Lacey Chabert to BridgetMarieMagazine.com. What do you want to say to them?
I would say I would love to be able to inspire people to chase their dreams. I know that sounds really cliche, but I think, especially in the world that we live in, to to fight for seeing what you dream about come to fruition is like so important. And I think I think no one should be able to tell you no. I mean, I've definitely been told no millions of times. As an actor, you face like an incredible amount of rejection, and for me, it's always finding that inner thing. Okay, what is it that I'm passionate about? And that's what helps me pick myself up and go on to the next thing. And I think it's important to always say, okay, what's next? And then a woman that I actually have coached with, and I take a class of her, is Lee Kilton Smith. She's just this amazing, amazing woman. I think she's so much more than an acting coach, but that is her profession. She always says, and she says, hang it by your front door, a sign that says, I'm just beginning. And that inspires me every day. I have one by my door, and it's like no matter what happened yesterday, it's like today's a new day, on to the next. Be the best you can be.
That's great. Well, thank you so much for coming. Thank you for being on the
you.
cover.
Thank you for
And
having me.
thank you, BridgetMarieMagazine.com fans, for watching.
Yeah.
And
I want to thank all my fans too for all the constant support, whether it be on Twitter or Instagram or just hearing from you, when I bump into you on the street. Like, it means a lot for someone to say they admire what you do or appreciate it. And so thank you. Thank you. That was fun. Let's redo that part.
You're good at this. You're funny.
I know.
Not really.
You just have answers, and you can go into things.
Okay, wait, hold it. Take a breath so we can cut it.
What?
I feel comfortable talking to you.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just talk.
You have pretty eyes, though. Sometimes I'm looking at, oh, she has pretty eyes. You need to look more at the camera and less at me. You weren't recording that, were you?
Online.
You were recording that? You're such a little prick. Oh. Jerk. All right. Now, if you... Hi, Bridget Marie.
Yeah.
Bridget Marie.
Bridget Marie.
Bridget Marie.